Hello everyone, my name is Sachin Bhandari and I am outside a door of a house which belongs to two of my really close friends, Kunal Khanna and Mamta Sharma. We are very close to Ovations 2017 and I am continuing the series which is Rendezvous with Conference Chairs. Here we are going to talk to people who have managed past District 82 conferences. And this person that I'm meeting is really special because he was at the center of Reverberations 2010, which was the last time when District 82 was undivided. So South India and Sri Lanka were under the same district, and that is none other than Kunal Khanna. And Kunal is going to tell us a lot of interesting things today. He's pretty interesting even otherwise. So I'm really looking forward to meeting him and having a conversation. And of course, because he's my friend, I'm going to have some free food, free drinks and everything. So come along with me. I'm going to ring the bell now, okay? Here in Kunal's couch. I've come here under the pretext that I'm going to do an interview with him, but my real purpose is to get some free tea, coffee, and I'm also hoping that I get some beer on the way out. So here we are with Mr. Kunal Khanna, who was the conference chair of Reverberations 2010, right Kunal?
Hi Sachin, good to have you here.
Okay. But you are giving me some beer on the way out.
I'll do my best. I have been asked by my dietitian to keep away from naughty company, but nevertheless, a guest is God, so I'll do my best for you.
Alright, cool. So if Kunal is saying that he's going to do his best, I think it means that I must be assured of a beer, at least on the way out. Okay, so I'll now get down to the stars that I've come here for. I've come here to ask Kunal a few questions and to let a lot of other Toastmasters know about the value of a conference and why people should attend. So before we talk about how Kunal organized Reverberations 2010, I think the first question I want to ask you, Kunal, is how was it when you attended your first district conference? What was the feeling? What did you feel? Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Well, to be honest, I felt like as if I've gone to a salsa club and I'm the one who doesn't know salsa at all. So you can imagine the feeling when you feel totally lost and wondering what is happening around. It started with somewhat that kind of feeling, but then I'm sure there were a lot of Toastmasters around who made me feel comfortable, made me feel at home, and it just got better with time. But yes, the first instance you're lost, you just want to follow the protocols, you don't know what's happening, you're trying to understand what the district leaders are doing on the podium, trying to make rules and the processes for the entire district, running the show. And then you're obviously eager for the contest, what's going to happen. You come across big speakers and they are the benchmark, what you really aspire to be. That's the next thing. And you obviously look forward to the great education sessions and the bonhomie, the bonding, the after parties which happen, which are obviously a great delight to meet Toastmasters. So I think you start with being a little bit lost, but as gradually time passes by, you like it, you get used to it, you get accustomed and you settle down. I think then you start feeling being a part of the family overall. You eventually realize that this is the big fraternity, the big picture, the big game, the global, the Indian, the local, everything. Okay? Because before that you're just confined to your club. And your club is your world, the Toastmaster world, So it's important to step out, go out and see that what is the Toastmasters community as a whole and not just, limited to what is happening in your club. So yes, we all eventually get there and that's what it is.
Fantastic. Kunal, you were the conference chair for Reverberations 2010 and it happened here in Bombay, so of course it was a fantastic journey for you. I'm pretty sure of that. Can you tell us a little bit about how did you get to know about it, your feelings and your memories associated with that particular conference?
Reverberations 2010 was probably and in fact is the best thing that has happened to me in my life. When someone asks me that what is your biggest achievement so far in life, and I just show them, can you just help me with the plaque?
This
yes, the another one here behind
this one.
Yeah. When someone asks me what is your biggest achievement so far, and I show them this trophy, Reverberations 2010, and not just because this is an event, because it was so close to me. I'll tell you why. So when we started this event, we were not sure that how to run an event. We had no idea. It was more like a startup, to be honest. Okay, and startup ecosystem was not there 10 years ago. So 7 years ago rather. So 7 years ago we started this Toastmaster reverberation plea when we bid for the event and we brought the event home. We had to start looking out for a place in Mumbai and we finally narrowed down a 5-star hotel. We being a little ambitious in our goals, decided to have a budget of more than 75 lakhs because we wanted to do it in a grandiose style in a 5-star hotel. Booked up 150 rooms, 13 suites for 3 nights, and then let's see how the funds will come. Okay, so it was working in the reverse way, that you first fix the budget and then execute the whole plan accordingly. The greatest learning that in corporate world you are able to achieve big things because you have a big red carrot. Okay, you're given a bonus check, you're given this, and you are doing it for yourself. The biggest part about Toastmasters was that everyone was following the why. Everyone believed in the why, the cause, and that's what made it special. I had a great team who helped me execute Toastmasters Reverberation 2010, without which none of it would have been possible. I mean, my core team members, 5 of them, Amit, Chitra, Suresh, Anisha, Geeta, Sachin, all these people combined together made it a little bit of a dream come true, and how reality looks like. And 1,000 others, hundreds others who supported the cause made it very special by putting their belief in the why. So Reverberations, we did ambitious things. We thought that we had bit more than what we could chew, but eventually we were able to chew it. Okay, and that was the greatest satisfaction. So yes, I think the hub and spoke model, we had all the basics hopefully in place. The financing part, the sponsorship part, we were lucky to get 18 sponsors on board in cash and in kind, which helped us fund this great event, this great dream, this reality. Then we had a great marketing team. Our emphasis was also to bring a lot of quality on these sessions and education part, because a lot of time we've seen the speakers earlier and we wanted to bring something different. And we being in Mumbai, where we have the corporate hub, we have the leaderships from various communities, and we have celebrities from Bollywood. We wanted to mix a taste of the local and the global approach, the Mumbai approach and what Mumbai can bring in terms of learning. So I think a lot of people appreciated the sessions, the quality, which was very nice. The take home was very nice. The parties were very nice. People enjoyed the Bollywood style hangama, typically in the beautiful My Darling Resort, and that was very good. Personally, I think I developed a strong belief that if you have the right team, right spirit and right intent coupled with the why, you can do big things, and all of us can do big things. So a toast to the leadership which we learn in Toastmasters is Reverberation 2010, because without the guidance of all the mentors who were always a phone call away and how to execute this, how to execute that, I think that's what it is, because we develop leaders and we look up to our leaders to learn from them. This is what Reverberation, as a brainchild of all the district leaders who helped us execute this event.
Great. That's great listening to all these things, and I think it gives me some sort of guidance also while I'm trying to build something about getting the why right and having the right team. So I'm really happy to be having this conversation with you. Last question, Kunal, and I think that's important from an individual's level. Why should a Toastmaster attend a district conference? What makes it so special? What should be the motivation, or what should motivate that person?
I think if you are serious about yourself and your own development, both in terms of speaking and leadership, till you are restricted to the club, it's all about the horizon you have seen in the club. There are great speakers, there are great people, there are great leaders in the club. But once you want to step up, you want to go to the next level, it's all about changing the gears and moving to a platform and being associated with the community as a whole, rather than just being limited to the club essentials. So I think it's about connecting with the leaders in the Toastmaster fraternity, because when you go to attend an event of this sort, you realize that leadership is not just limited to your club, but how at the area, district and division levels. That's very important. Then you connect with like-minded Toastmasters across the cities, across the globe, across your country, That's very important because there's no limit to making the right friends, networking, and life is all about that. Life is all about how somebody somewhere will come into your life and make a difference. Unless you give yourself an opportunity to step out and meet those kind of like-minded people, you will never be able to use that. You will never be able to grow in that area. So meeting people, speakers, most important. You dream of becoming a great speaker. You see world champions. So many world champions have visited our district in the past. You see their videos on YouTube. You hear their audio clips. Someday you desire to connect with them in person. You desire to shake hands with them. You desire to learn from them. You desire to get a feedback from them personally on a one-on-one, looking into each other's eye. And that dream is a reality only at these kind of district conferences. So I have been privileged to hear some speakers like Mark Brown, Craig Valentine, Darren Recloy, so many of them. Okay, so it just changes your entire horizon of Toastmasters. And then of course, speakers, contestants, contests at the district level are really nice. And as a speaker, if you aspire to be a good speaker, and once you see the contestants, their level, their patience, their practice, that itself is a learning in its own. I mean, I heard the last champion speaker of the last year. He attempted, before he got the crown, about 10 times as a contestant to be there. So just imagine the grit, the passion, the focus, the determination. These are things you learn from these events. And personally for me, if in an entire event I learn one thing which will make a difference to my life, that's it. That's enough for me. That's a strong enough reason for me just to go and attend a district conference. So friends, why should a young Toastmaster attend a district event? Ever heard of a term called DTM? Distinguished Toastmaster? Yes, of course. Every single Toastmaster once in their life aspires to be here. And how do you get there? Toastmasters is all about speaking and leadership. And when you attend these kind of district conferences, that's where you realize that what leadership is all about in Toastmasters. It's not just what we see in the club, but area level, district level, division level. And that's the key. We miss out a very integral part of our journey, which is on the platter, on the offering to us, by not going to such events, because you need to connect with the leaders to learn from them. You need to see how the administration is run, and that you see and experience only when you attend a district event. So Reverberations 2010 was one event in my life which had a big impact, because the leadership at its best, the single last event of the entire combined district together, a Sri Lankan friend, South Indian friend, North India, everything under one roof. And we were privileged to work with leaders from across nations, I would say. And that's what Reverberations and district conferences combined teach you. Learning at its best. And I vouch that all my Toastmaster friends, young and old, wherever, whatever you do, whichever journey you are, please go and be a part of these conferences. It will change you.
Amazing, amazing, Kunal. And before I let you go, just one concluding message for all Toastmasters about the upcoming Ovations 2017.
Messages, friends, since you have started this journey, here is an opportunity to go and conquer the world, go and kiss the world. So unless you give yourself the opportunity by meeting the right people, the right leaders, and getting the guidance from them in these great conferences, I would request all of you to come on, go out, make your presence felt, and learn from what is around you, what is available to you. Toastmasters is a life-changing phenomenon, and all I want, don't miss this opportunity, grab it now before it's too late. So friends, good luck. I only urge you, attend these events and don't miss the integral leadership part on offering of Toastmasters. One thing can change your life. So don't give it a miss. Give yourself an opportunity to be a part of it. Thank you.
Okay, great. So that was Kunal Khanna, and that's pretty much the end of what we had to discuss. And I'm sure that his insights will help a lot of you. It's definitely helped me. So we are hoping to see a lot of you at Ovations 2017. This is Sachin Bhandari signing out. Bye.